Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would do another tag video. I did a get to know me tag video a while back and I really enjoyed doing it. I love watching tag videos on YouTube, so I thought that I would do this one today. As you can see from the title, it is the perfect palette tag. So what the perfect palette tag is, if you haven't heard of it, is 8 questions. And you pretty much just go through your palette collection, pick up the one that best suits the question and your answer, and then you just talk about it. It's pretty simple. I also thought it was a good way to show you a little into my makeup collection. So at the end, if there's any palettes that I haven't mentioned, I will be showing them to you. So let's just get into it with the first question. So question number 1 is best packaging. For best packaging, I have to go with my Urban Decay Vice palette. I think this is number 3 or number 4. I can't remember. I want to say number 3, but I love it. I think the front of this is so cool. Like, it's got this like, duochrome purpley blue design on the front. It's so pretty. It's so different. I love Urban Decay's packaging. Inside is nothing special with these shadows. I mean, they're just little squares, but it has this huge mirror on the inside, which the mirror would be perfect for traveling. The shades inside, not so much unless you love color and wear color every single day, then this palette would be absolutely perfect for that. But just for packaging, I think this is a beautiful palette. Number 2 is best color payoff. All of the palettes that I have, for the most part, they are great with color payoff. I don't really have too many complaints about that, but if I had to pick one, it would have to be my Morphe palette. This one here is the 350, which I'm sure everyone and their mother has heard of, and this is it. It is so pretty. They're so pigmented. All you have to do is one swipe. I'll swatch a couple here for you, but they've got to be some of the most pigmented shadows I have ever used, and they're all pretty. Like I said, that's one swipe across from each of them. So pigmented, and I cannot wait to get my hands on some more of their palettes because, I mean, for the price, even though I am from Canada and you have the shipping and everything, the prices of the palettes and the amount of shadows you get in there are amazing. Question number 3, the most versatile. For this one, I could pick one, but they're both from the same brand and along the same line, so I'm going to say both of them in case you have one or the other. They are the Too Faced palettes, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Original one, and the Chocolate Bonbons palette, which they're so pretty. They have so many neutral shades in them. You've got your pops of colors. You can really do any kinds of looks with these. They are absolutely stunning, and I love the packaging too. Like, they're Too Faced does incredible packaging. It's super cute. Number 4, best for traveling. So for this one, it's kind of a palette. It is my Z palette. So in here I have my MAC shadows. Also put in my Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder, and then I also have my MAC Taupe blush for contouring. I just think this is perfect for traveling. I mean, you've got some shimmer shades here, which I love, all over the lid, and then you've got some matte crease colors. You have some darker ones to make it a more of a nighttime look. And then you can also put in your contour and under eye setting powder just to free up space. That's 2 more powders you don't have to carry. You can throw them in here. Also, if you have any highlights or blushes or anything, you can just put them in here. I don't have any to put in my Z palette right now, but this is a great one for travel. The next one is Biggest Regret, and I love all of my palettes. I mean, I wouldn't have them if I didn't, but out of all of them, the one that I like least would have to be my Naked 3 palette. And that's not to say that this palette does not have some really pretty colors, because it does. I mean, the Naked palettes are amazing, but they're so rosy toned that there's not much of a difference. There's only 2 matte shades, which Nooner is one of my favorite matte shades in all of my shadows, so I love that. But I just don't reach for this one as much as the other ones. because of those two reasons, I kind of wish that I had gotten the second Naked palette instead. But this still is a really pretty palette. It's just not one that I reach for on a regular basis because it's too rose tone, which is pretty, but I tend to lean more towards ones that have more variety in them. Like the original Naked one, you have a bit more variety. I mean, there is more golds, but I wear more golds than I do rose tones. So I tend to go for those ones more than the Naked 3. Number 6 is best color names. None of the palettes that I really have really wow me with their names, but if I had to pick from the ones that I have, it would be Urban Decay. Urban Decay has some of the cooler names, and like the Naked palette, you've got Dark Horse and Smog, you've got Hustle, Creep, Sidecar. They're just so different and not names that you usually think of for an eyeshadow name. I guess they're different than as opposed to Too Faced names, which are usually more cute because it fits the brand, right? And you have some brands that aren't so original with their names. They kind of name them just directly after the color, which I can appreciate. Urban Decay's names for the win. Number 7 is least used. And my least used is the Make It Forever Artist Palette. This is the first one, and it's actually a really, really beautiful palette. I don't not use this because I think it's awful. It's just not one that I usually go for. I think it's because it's smaller and I'm like, I want a little bit more variety to choose from. But I really do need to start using this more because the shadows are absolutely beautiful. They're cool tone, which I love. It's got tons of shimmer shadows. It's just a really pretty palette, and I need to put it out so that I use it more, because me not using it does not mean that I don't like this, because it's a gorgeous palette. I have no regrets in buying this one. And the last one is most loved, most used, and Desert Island. So I'm taking this as it's your holy grail, cannot live without palette. And for this one, hands down, has to be my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I just recently got this maybe a month ago, and it's the palette that I use on the daily. Like if I don't know what I am going to wear or what I'm going to film, I automatically gravitate towards this palette. It's just got the perfect amount of crease shades. It's neutral. It's got some shimmers. It's pigmented and easily blendable. It's just perfect. You've got your darker ones, your lighter ones. You can do any kind of eye with this palette, and I can't live without this. I don't know what I did without it. It is beautiful. It's perfect. This one is holy grail. So that's it for the questions. I just have 3 more palettes here that I'm going to show you because, like I said, it's kind of a palette tag / palette collection video. So the other 3 that I have, I'm going to do, I only have one drugstore one. You could argue that Morphe's drugstore, but I think that one is more affordable because you can actually get it at the drugstore. This one you can, and it is the Maybelline The Nudes. I got this before I got the Naked palette, and I started using the Naked palette more, but this one is a great dupe for it. You've got your mattes, so you can get some shimmers, your darker colors, your highlight. And Maybelline is one of my favorite brands from the drugstore. I think they have amazing products. I absolutely love them, hence why I still have this. And I think I'm going to be doing a drugstore makeup look in the near future, and we'll probably end up using this palette. The next one is my Tarte Tartelette palette. This is a all matte palette, which is the main reason why I got it, because while I do love shimmers on my lid, I also like to put mattes in there with it. Like, I don't do an all shimmer lid. But if I wanted an all matte lid and just like some nice crease colors, if I don't have exactly what I'm looking for, I'll go for this palette because it has like your nice neutrals, your mauves, and then some darker ones, some warm ones in there, and it's a really good palette to get into. And I mean, it has this gigantic mirror on here, so it's really good for traveling as well. If I was going to bring this traveling, I'd probably throw in some individual shimmer shadows just so I had some of that, because I don't always like to do just an all matte look. And the last one is my newest palette to my collection. It is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful. It has 14 shades in it. They're very warm. So if you're just a cool tone person and don't want warm shadows, then I would stay clear of this. Although if you want to start branching out into warm, this is also a good option because you've got some really good variety. You've got some oranges, some browns, your mauves, your raspberries, your crease colors, some shimmers. It's a really good overall palette. It's good for travel because it's very compact and small, and yeah, it's my first Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows, and I think they're absolutely amazing. Extremely pigmented, easy to blend. They last a long time. I've worn, I think, 2 looks with this. I will be filming a video with it soon, and yes, beautiful. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below letting me know some of your answers to this. I love palettes. They're one of my favorite things to buy. So leave me some suggestions down there because I'm always looking to expand my palette collection. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.